What's up, everybody? Derek, the 100 Mile Miner here, and I am excited to go check out this big mine. You can see there it doesn't look like much, but it's pretty big inside. This was commercial, big operation, or started to be in the late 80s, I believe. They finished or quit working for whatever reason. So I'm gonna get geared up. The trip down in there is a little treacherous, so I'll turn the camera back on once we get down in there. Okay, I am down in here. Some more light. Entrance back over there. And we're gonna get walking down. I'm on a stand on this big air pipe. You can see this is a little more modern mine with some structure support here. Steel straps bolted in. Big air duct. I'm guessing it's a big airline. Yeah, so we have an attic going that way about as far as I can see. Maybe we'll check that out. I do have my hip waders on, so. But first, we're gonna explore down this main attic. Looks like it might get up out of the water a little ways down there, so let's check it out. It's pretty big. I'd say this is from the floor close to 10 feet tall, so it's a pretty big mine. I'd say it's 15 feet wide. This is definitely a substantial operation. They could have ran mechanized equipment into here. So got some water dripping down. Looks like it's stayed in pretty good shape for the, 30 years or so since it's been operated. So, yeah. Well, it looks like there might be a left-hand turn up here too. So I don't know anything about the layout down here. I just know they said that there was about 1,000 feet of drift. So this was maybe just a wide pull out so people could get by. So I think I might drop down in here. It's getting a little tough to walk on this, so here, let's see. Yeah, it's not too deep. So what do we got over here? And some steel rods, for sure. So this looks like it's still just a cross cut. I don't see any vein. I believe this was driven in to intersect the vein. So yeah, let's see how far, see if they got to it. Take another little wide spot here. Or maybe they follow, another tunnel. Oh, just a wide spot. So, doesn't look like any vein or anything, I don't think. It's a little sled or something there. Let's take a look at this. Maybe a little trace of a vein. Or maybe this is just an ore dump. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's keep going. Now they got the air duct suspended. Now this is a pretty cool mine. I don't think I've ever been in one like this. No track, so I'm guessing they had rubber tire mechanized equipment running in and out of here. Would have been pretty cool. So I'm just gonna keep walking. I'll turn the camera off to save battery and turn it back on if we get to something cool. Okay, so it's kind of loud here. I came from that way. Got to this. Looks like it goes up a raise, following that vein. And They stopped there, and then they drifted this way along the vein. So we'll go check that out. Let's go check that out first, and then come back to here. It's like they're following vein. It's right up along that duct there. Goes this way. Interesting, the vein goes that way, but they kept drifting farther left. So, well, let's go look back over here. Oh, and they got another raise here. Vein here. Got raise here going up. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Let's go see where this goes. Looks like it might be blocked off right there. I doubt I will go that way today. We got this here. Another raise up here. It's definitely kind of old and sketchy. The main working, they were still going this way. And we'll peek up over this berm. So some people have been up over it in the mud here. Yeah, let's see. So this was a somewhat of a cave-in. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Look up there. Oh man, it goes for a ways. I don't know if I want to today do this. Let's take a look up over here. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute and climb down in there. Okay, so I climbed over that berm, right back over there. So if we followed another little vein here, maybe. Got one maybe up here. Oh, up the ways. Oh yeah. Oh, quite a ways there. Super sketchy. So I wonder if they were mining from above, just dropping down these chutes and using this as a haulage at it. I mean, that's most likely what they would do. So this looks like it's been plowed. Look at how that dirt's burned up. I had some kind of little front end loader or skid steer. A little pile of, it's like a mix of ore and muck here. We got some blast cord here. Yeah, right there, some blast cord. And this was definitely piled up with like a skid steer or something. So, like this vein all in here. So it looks like over here, it's like a big pile of, actually looks like ore, kinda. Still going, got another chute from above. Here, with a super sketchy rope ladder. Not going up that. That goes up there a ways. Yeah, man, they did some work in this baby. Let's see, yeah, this is ore. They didn't haul out of here. Keeps going. Yeah, you just see how it's plowed in here from probably a skid steer, if I had to guess. From the looks of it. This plowed material, that looks like mostly ore. That's interesting. So, it's like the air lines and everything are pretty intact back here. They weren't up front. The air duct kind of discontinuous. Oh, looks like this might be the face. Man, this is a long tunnel. Big, long tunnel. Oh yeah, look at that vein. That's cool. Like another, it's just ground support. Yeah. There's a vein pretty big here. Yeah. Definitely where they stop. It's like they're drifting on the left side of this vein, so then they can stoke up on it and drop down in. Yeah, they're stoked up here. So, yeah, look at that. I'm standing there without getting wet. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. They stoked up a lot there. Got some ground support bolts in there. And then the face. Here, you can see the vein is still right there. They're kind of following along the left side. So then they can stoke up on the right and not be blocking the tunnel would be my guess. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, well, I'm going to shut the camera off and we'll head back to that first intersection where they stoked up. That looks pretty cool. Okay, we are back at this first turn where they intersected the vein from down the main adit where we came in. This is the first raise here. Someone's messed around somewhat recent. There's a tarp there. Oh yeah, that one goes up a ways. You see a little platform and sheet metal. And they got a lot of water dumping down there. Some blast cords, so they definitely blasted up there. Here's the vein they were following. And it must have been at least pretty good if they were going straight up on it like that. So, yeah, this is a substantial mine, and there's still a lot of vein here, unless it's just too low grade. Who knows? Yeah, look at this water just raining down. But this tunnel's in really good shape, actually. A lot of good ground support, infrastructure. So they definitely put some money into this thing. They did mine it for a ways, looks like. So went up on it in a few places. Yeah, we'll go back towards the entrance and explore down that first tunnel to the right. Wow, this is super cool. Okay, so there's the entrance to the left, and we just came from back down there to the right. So this is this first intersection. Water's fairly deep, so we'll see how far we can get. Only got hip waders. Oh my God, it's deep. I want to fill my waders with water. Some blast cord and water. Hopefully this water gets shallower. It should, in theory. Unless this is a, like sloped. Oh, it just ends here, I believe. Oh, they're following another main here. Didn't even look up. Yeah, so maybe this is either wasn't any good or they just hadn't got to it yet. It's hard to say. So let's see if we can go look at it without filling my waders with water. There it goes. It's a little shallower. I'll stay on the side. Okay, yeah, it's pretty juicy looking vein. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I don't know, it's hard to say. It seems like they would have mined on it a little more if it was, but you never know. So anyway, that's that. This is one hell of a mine. Pretty fun to look at. Anyway, I'll put my camera up so I can head back up towards and climb out the portal. Cool. Thanks for watching.